SHAUN fans react. I'm Shaun Middleton, and today, after the slight disappointingly sad ending of Sunderland's season, after they finished 6th in the league, absolutely outstanding performance by Sunderland in their first season back in 4 years, back in the Championship. They did a 2-leg playoff against Luton. We won the first leg, 2-1 the second leg. Unfortunately, we just couldn't get it over the line, but there's a lot of room for optimism going into next season. The lads have been absolutely unbelievable this season with all the injuries, all the setbacks. Alex Neil leaving early doors. Sunderland finishing sixth was outstanding an achievement. Today I'm obviously in the town centre to get their reactions of the season, the whole of the season, as has what they think. And this morning at 9 o'clock there was breaking news. Stuart Donald no longer is a part of Sunderland Football Club. It was confirmed Kirill Lewis-Dreyfus owns now 64% of the shares, and Juan Sartori 36%. So Stuart Donald is out the door, and I think that's absolutely brilliant news for Sunderland Football Club going forward. And the man who done nothing but leech from Sunderland has left. He's gone. I'm hoping that was the only thing holding us back, was him still being in. He had 9% of the shares, and obviously he'll have had to contribute. So I'm hoping that now we can move forward without him, and we can go for it next season. We didn't. We weren't that far short of the top two, really. If we kept Ross Stewart and Corey Evans is injured, all the injuries we've had, Dan Ballard, Alicia, Danny Batt, there's been loads of injuries, but Sunderland have been absolutely tremendous. So could you please like, share and subscribe to our channel? Very much appreciated. Have a great summer, look after yourselves, and plenty of optimism for next season for Sunderland. Take care, bye for now. Ian is on SFC Fans React. Ian, brilliant season for Sunderland, finishing 6th. Just couldn't get over the line in the playoffs, but plenty of optimism for next year.
Fantastic, brilliant season. Really proud of the lads. They've just been so good right way throughout the team. Yeah, really enjoyed it, and that spirit we've been lacking. Sort of, it's just back again. Yeah. Trying
to be a Sunderland fan at the moment. Obviously, some of the football we've played as well. Jack Clark and Diallo, Roberts. It's been brilliant, hasn't it? It's been brilliant to watch.
It's been absolutely fantastic. Watching Jack Clark when he gets the ball, just sort of like, he almost seems to just pause and glide past people. He's just brilliant to watch. He's just an exciting player. Yeah. And even though I think a lot of opposition know what's going to happen, they can't stop him.
No, he's I think, Jack Clark was having a great season. I think the last few games of the season he dipped a little bit, but I think that was because of the other teams are figuring him out a little bit. He started doubling up on him a little bit then. He's getting frustrated, I would say, but
that was happening.
He still had an unbelievable season. I think as well in the last couple of few games he was playing in wing back. Where he likes to be on the left wing. Back, he's got to get back and do that side of the game where I think it's not his strong part of the game, is it?
Luton as well, they seem to really suss him out. It's sort of like he wasn't as effective. Mind you, by the second game, that seemed to happen with the whole team. Ahmed, everyone.
I was gutted because after that first game, I started interviewing the supporters, and I just had this belief that we were going to do it. We're going to get Wembley. I really did. I think we were going to do it.
I started off the season saying like it's too early, but by the end I was thinking I want to go to Wembley today. I really was.
But when you get that close to Wembley, it would have been brilliant.
I know.
I was just. You may have seen Land will get to Wembley and we'll win, but I was actually thinking that way because we're better away from home as well, aren't we?
Definitely.
Our home form's been pretty poor, and we've got that 2-1 lead. I'm thinking that should be enough.
I think a lot of teams though came to the Stadium of Light and they try to close us down and sort of like or sit, it's sort of close us down but sit back as well. So like we had to break them down. With the problems we've had with like no one up front. People knew that sort of like they could let us pass the ball around. But it just wasn't happening.
I think there was a lot of teams who knew we were good at football and they would just try and kick lumps out of us. Luton did that a little bit, I think, in the second leg.
They did.
But they played to the strengths, fair play to them. They are big lads, and I says try and restrict them from getting corners and set pieces. Stop the crosses, stop the goal. But we're just.
Apart from both matches, the first corners were sort of like straight away they scored.
From the corner, exactly straight away. And I was thinking, here we go.
I was with our son Matthew, and he says, "Oh no, this is looking bad." I said, "No, don't worry. When we get into like the swing of it, we'll be fine." And we did, you know. But that second game, it just is almost as if they just, one game too far.
I think it was. But you know what? I was talking to all the Sunderland fans after the first leg. I couldn't go to the second leg, and they were all saying, "Look, I'm not bothered. What happens? We've had an unbelievable season. We've overachieved, and I'm really proud of these players this season. Do you know what I mean? So
If someone had said at the beginning of the season 6th, we would have been talking 6th off bottom, not 6th
losing
off
your manager,
top.
losing Ross Stewart, Corey Evans, Dan Ballard, Alicia, Sirkin, all these players out.
Yeah. And then, people sort of like playing out of position when they were playing.
Luke Munheim was playing everywhere, wasn't he?
We found a way. We found a way to do it. It's excellent. Really enjoyed it. Brilliant season. I've really enjoyed it.
Obviously, coming on to the Stuart, I'll talk the Stuart Donald thing first. This morning it was announced by the club. They announced that Kirill Lewis-Dreyfus has acquired 64% of the shares, and Juan Sartori 36. So Stuart Donald is now gone from the club. Can you just briefly talk about his tenure at Sunderland Football Club?
Well, it's just been one of those long drawn out things, hasn't it? I mean, while he's been there, it's been a problem, hasn't it? We've all sort of like, even though he's been playing less and less of a role, he's been there. And that's been a problem.
Like that annoying there.
Yeah, and Charlie as well. Sort of like, oh Jesus, I mean, I'm being filmed. His ego. It's been all. I mean, now that's all been finished. We've drawn a line under that. Like, hopefully next season, with a bit of investment, and we keep hold of a few key players, that's going to be the problem with this season.
Was that? Do you think that might have been what was holding us back? Maybe a little bit the fact that Donald was having to keep on putting his share of and he couldn't afford it. But now he's gone. Sartori and maybe Drivers can have a little bit more to play with. They've got the Sky money of the championship, and revenue will go up and things are season ticket sales.
Like I say, it's a project, and it's sort of like, and we're ahead of ourselves.
We're way ahead.
Way ahead. It's and like I say, even if next season we sort of like consolidate still, but then after that we're probably going to be sort of really going for
the third year. Somebody else has just said that there. They've just said the exact words. Next season maybe mid-table, and then go for it the third. I think we shouldn't rest now laurels and go. I think we should go for it this summer. Because I don't know if we have missed an opportunity this season. I don't think the championship was up that much. I really don't.
I mean, you've got to look at the teams coming down as well, because the teams coming down, they're going to have like loads of funds.
Parachute payments. Southampton, Leeds, big massive club. Could be Leicester or Everton. Imagine if it was Everton and Leeds as well. I hope not.
So then you're thinking, is it playoffs next year? Best we can achieve, which I think that still would be an achievement. Still all right.
Tony Murphy, there's a lot of speculation. I've had to bring it up all the time because it's still ongoing. And all Sunderland fans want him to stay, and that myself included. I think he's earned that right.
Fantastic.
But reliable journalist Fabrizio Romano, he has said it. And it was a few weeks ago he said this, and I believe him over other people. You've got to listen when he speaks. Really, he said the board, Dreyfus and Sartori's been looking at other managers. Why do you think that is the case? Do you think maybe he's not happy with the home form?
Oh, well, the thing is, the home form, these things happen to teams, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things that everything's been so good away from home, and you can see the progression for the young lads who are in the team. And you just think, at the moment, give him a bit longer. I mean, I'm not saying that he's the answer for, years time, a couple of years.
Do you think he can get out of this league?
I do. I think he could, and I think then we'll be looking at him, more critical. But it's at the moment he deserves to stay. I mean, at the beginning we're all a bit like, oh dear me, a bit underwhelmed. And it's one of those things where we're underwhelmed by Kevin Phillips when he came. We were like, who's this? We have another bloke from Watford. When he turned up, it was sort of like, oh really? And then look at
right back and he went up front and he's one of the greatest strikers of all time, wasn't he?
He certainly is. He certainly is.
But look, it's great that we're at the end of the season, even though we're ending on a downer. I see a little bit of a downer. We're still talking now. We're smiling, we're laughing, and we're talking about happiness about the season.
That's how good. Forward to the next one.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's saying they can't wait till next season. But the next season brings that expectations, because we're finishing the top 6. The fans are going to want trying to get in the top 6 again. I think it's going to be harder next year.
It will be. But I can see us doing that. I think we're going to be at that end. We're not going to be fighting relegation with a team, even if you left. We're still going to be okay.
Ross Stewart, I mean, he still hasn't signed a deal. The club's bigger than the name. I mean, if he doesn't want to sign, I would just say, look, I have a trust of recruitment. Let him. If we get offered whatever 10, 15 minutes, let him go, and we'll bring in a few other strikers.
Yeah, but having said that, he when he played sort of like, he was just a great target man, wasn't he?
He's class. He's a class player.
I mean, Ellis Sims, when he was with us, I mean, at times you wondered sort of what's he exactly doing, Ellis Sims, because he was so sort of like methodical, not slow, but like sort of cumbersome at times. But he was a good player. But when you want to see Ross Stewart, I mean, when he got the ball, he was another exciting player. And again, you just think, what with the season we've just had, if he'd been front as well,
Corey Evans as well, just settling it down in the middle.
Yeah, it would have been pushing for top 6.
I think would have been pushing on Sheffield United. Like I really do. Like,
but
who was your player this season, pal?
Player of the season. Well, it's got to be Ahmed, hasn't it?
Yeah, Ahmed Diallo.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's mine, but I think there's a lot of people said Danny Batten, Clark. There's been loads of
I would
standout.
say Clark after him.
Yeah.
But having said that, like, you know, Diallo, like, it's just been so good, so good. I mean, unplayable at times.
I don't know if you've seen his tweet, but he tweeted the other day and he said that he loves the club and he'd love to one day come back.
I know.
I think all the Sunderland fans, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, if he was to come back, maybe this season, I mean, the scenes would be unbelievable. Even though I can't see it, I think he's going to get loaned out to a Premier League team. I think
he's gone back to be bedded into Man United.
Hasn't
he got the American tour? He's been asked to go back for the American tour.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to get in that team. I think that they've got to have loads of money in the summer if the takeover goes through as well.
But I'd say I don't know what they've done that for. Maybe it's just to sort of like make him feel part of their club. But he's certainly part of ours.
I think the fans have fell in love with him. He's fell in love with the club. It's just he says he's always going to support us now, and it's mad. I mean, can you remember Jan Mvea when he came? I fell in love with him, and he left, but he didn't want to come back. And then David Moyes decided to sign in Dong. We could have signed him for $6 million for half the price. So I was like, that's a Sunderland.
You look at all the players. I mean, I was at that show, the Empire, last Saturday.
Yeah.
Like just going through all the way back. Stan Cummins, Gary Rowell, everyone. You know, and just say, you know, Gary Bennett, they're from way back. But you know, some of the players this year will be remembered as long as them.
Do you know the amount of people says the Sunderland story, which is the last day at the end of the Empire?
Yeah.
Honestly, the Sky stopped us. I love watching your channel. He went, you've got to go and watch that Sunderland story. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
He said, I still haven't managed to. With work, I haven't managed to get there. But I'm hoping to bring it out on DVD or something like that.
I've never sang Sunderland chants in a theatre before, but I certainly enjoyed that. Me and my son last week, brilliant.
Anyway, because I've kept you long enough, but it's been a great interview. What was your rating for the Sunderland season out of 10?
I would say, for enjoyment, I'd say something like a 9. I think it would have been a 10 if we'd got up.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, wouldn't it? It would have 100%. And Tony Mowbray to stay, hopefully. Back Tony Mowbray, and you think we'll get that top 2?
I think we can.
Where do you think we'll finish then? I'm just going to put you on the spot.
I think we'll sort of like, hopefully we'll be up there or thereabouts in the top 6 all season, and I'm hoping towards the end we can make that final push.
And try and get in there.
There or thereabouts.
Cheers for your time, pal. Really good interview. Thanks for your time and have a good summer.
Mate.
Take care, buddy. Kevin Kendall is on SFC Fans React. Just a season review. Obviously, Sunderland ended in disappointment, but lots of room for optimism for next season for Sunderland.
Yeah, loads of optimism. I was really impressed with the football that they played.
Yeah.
Best I've seen since Quinn and Phillips.
Yeah, I agree with back in 2099. That wasn't the moment. Finished 7th twice. The football's been brilliant, hasn't it? Been
absolutely fantastic. And for a weakened team with all the injuries we had, players filled in absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Hats off to Mowbray.
Yeah.
Did a brilliant job.
Well, you brought Mowbray up on there. Obviously, I'll have to talk about it. It's still a lot of rumours. Not sure which way it's what's happening, but Fabrizio Romano is a very reliable journalist. He did release a tweet out a little while ago saying that Tony Mowbray, Christian Speakman and Kirill Louis Dreyfus has been looking at other managers. So that said, still not confirmation that Tony Mowbray is going to be there next season. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I saw the tweet and, well, it is what it is. I mean, as we found out with Alex Neil, the manager can leave at any time.
Yeah.
So, is that just a contingency plan from them?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think it'd be very harsh. I mean, I wasn't a fan of Mowbray. I don't know if you've seen my tweets. When he first come in, I thought it would be a relegation battle, to tell you the truth. But he's done more than hasn't he? I mean, finishing 6th with the no strikers.
Brilliant.
He's done brilliant, hasn't he?
No centre halves, no holding midfield player.
Yeah, I think it'd be very. I even think it'd be very harsh. But you look at it in a bigger picture, and as the board, and they're looking and thinking, we're not happy with the home form. The home form wasn't great, was it? The away form was tremendous. Home form was near the relegation places.
The home form wasn't bad. It was terrible because they didn't have a striker.
Yeah.
And not having a striker playing away from home, the team's coming on to you. Lends to that type of football, doesn't it?
He does a lot of work off the ball as well. Roscoe, didn't he?
Of course he does.
Just working for the team when we haven't got the ball. Do you know what I mean? And we missed that, didn't we?
Definitely.
We really missed Ross Stewart.
You need him as a target man, especially when you're at home.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. Gellard did a lot of work, but he doesn't have the physical presence.
That's very true. But I mean, do you think Ross Stewart will sign a deal as well while we're on the subject?
I hope so.
Still ongoing.
It's not. But Sunderland's bigger than Ross Stewart.
That's true.
Bigger than one player.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's...
If he doesn't, if he wants to
find
be
somebody
aware,
else.
let him go, get somebody else in who
But
can fill in.
for me, I mean, the recruitment's been brilliant. I've praised the recruitment, yeah. I think this summer is the biggest job they'll ever have, and I think we'll sort of see from this summer. Everybody can scrutinise it. Everybody can see what we need. Everybody can see what we want.
Yeah.
And that's just what Christian Speakman, Stuart Harvey, and Kirill Lewis, all the men behind the scenes. Let's sort of get the players in what we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope so. And you've got to trust them.
Yeah.
Because up till now, Speakman's done an excellent job.
And Stuart Harvey as well. He's the head of the recruitment, yeah.
Of course. Aye.
Yeah. But obviously going into the season, who's your favourite player of the season?
For last season, I was immensely Diallo played.
Diallo.
He played excellent. He was getting all the plaudits. Roberts was very unlucky. He was brilliant some stages, but you've got to look at defence and the way Trey Hume come on was absolutely fantastic.
Is that your play this season, Trey Hume?
No.
Just name a few, then you go.
No, it's got to go to Danny Bath.
Danny Bath, good shout.
And if we had him and Ballard, there was no way we'd have gotten beat off Luton.
Do you think that's what
No
needed?
way.
A big physical defender at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For although they did well, that's what we missed.
In the second leg, they just out-muscled us, and the physicality played a part. And I says, if we're not conceding the first 10 minutes, if we can just keep them out for 10-15 minutes, we'll be all right. But we're done unthinkable, and we concede all he does, and they've got it in our faces, and then we're putting crosses in all the time.
Exactly.
Our team looks small and
we were bullied.
frail. Yeah.
There's only Ekwa who had any physical presence.
Yeah.
So we did okay, and I was pleased. We'd have settled for that at
the start of the season. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's finishing 6th. I mean, I did say at the start of the season, mine with Alex Neil as the manager, I said I think we can finish 6th. A lot of people laughed at us, but I did think that. And I think we'd get the recruitment right. But then he left early doors. Yeah. Then I was a bit Mobia coming. I'm not sure, but Mobia, brilliant. I mean, the football we played,
fantastic.
It's just in a couple of the games. Burnley, I think, when we're 2-0 up, when we lost 4-2, and then losing 5-1 at Stoke.
To me, that Burnley match, you've got to take your hat off to company.
They're the best side in the league. Yeah.
We outplayed them the first half.
Yeah.
They didn't have a kick, and they took their best player off in the first half, which was Barnes.
Yeah.
And
change it, and
they
change it a bit and
so
score 4 goals.
To me, you've got to take your hats off to company.
Yeah.
He saw where they were going wrong,
and he changed it. Yeah. That's my only little criticism for Moby. He plays brilliant football. I think he lets the kids play, but in tactical, when you're in tight games, tactical decisions, they can go either way, can't they?
Well, of course they can. They can with any manager.
Aye.
I mean, Guardiola sometimes gets it wrong.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But obviously, onto trying to think of the whole season review. Would you rate Sunderland's season out of 10?
Out of 10, 9.
9. Yeah.
Definitely.
Tony Mowbray's out of 10.
9 also.
Your favourite goal of the season?
Oh God, there's been so many. I would say that team goal
at Reading,
Jack Clark
from the back. Yeah. At Reading, the Jack Clark goal.
Yeah.
And
brilliant.
Your best atmosphere at the whole of the season, home or away? I don't know if you got the away games.
I don't know, but I think the Luton at home.
It was brilliant, wasn't it?
It was absolutely
It was brilliant.
Back to the way it was.
And that's what it needs to be, doesn't it? What do you think of the way fans staying up there next season? You're disappointed, or you're not really bothered?
No, they've got to be up there. It takes but there's got to be something done.
When they're throwing things down.
Yeah. That's got to be addressed. But that's the best place for them.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of incomes and outgoings during the summer. But what is your where do you think Sunderland can finish next season? When we finish top 6, it's going to be even harder next season, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, there's some good teams coming down, but listen, the way we've played, we're amongst them now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you obviously you want Mowbray to stay, but I
think we can win it.
Yeah.
I think if we had Stewart and injury
Corey Evans,
we could, and Corey Evans,
Danny Ballard, Alicia, Sirkin, Gooch, all injured.
We could have walked that league.
You think if we kept the players fit,
above Burnley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really think that?
Yeah. Definitely. Home form. If we'd had half decent home form, that's
true. And I think that's maybe why the Dreyfus and and Speakman, and maybe they look on that in the home form and saying that wasn't good enough. But I think it'll be harsh. I'm saying that I think it'll be harsh. A lot of people say Sean stop jumping on Mowbray's back. I'm not. I think he should stay on the right. But I think if there is a change, that's the reason why. The home form.
Well, and like I said before, touched on before, I think the home form was down to not having a striker.
Yeah.
And basically that was it.
So
no focal point for attacking,
yeah,
which you've got to do when you're the home team.
Yeah, so optimistic. How many players do you think we need for next season?
We need another 2 strikers, definitely.
Including Roscoe, Sanadale, and another 2, yeah.
Whether the young ones or somebody with a bit of experience. You need, if Evans is still out till Christmas, you need a experienced defensive midfield player who can call the shots.
Could Peter Ekwan not be that man next season? I think he could be a surprise package next season.
He could, but has he got the experience? He's only learning.
That's true.
There's nothing wrong with playing him and an experience.
Now, was he Michu? Were you disappointed? I mean, what's your thoughts on Michu going back?
I thought he was a good player with loads of potential, but are we getting Bellingham?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you've got Dan Neil, Corey Evans to come back. You've got Pierre Ekwa. Maybe that's changed the opinion of it, And so we've got plenty.
The way his last couple of games, he was outstanding. He was the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to Dan Neil, but Ekwa in the last couple of games was out.
He was brilliant, wasn't he? He was brilliant, wasn't he?
And if he continues that, who knows where he can go.
So optimistic next season.
Very.
I like this guy's optimism. He says, win the league next year. Yeah. I'll come back.
No reason why not.
Cheers for your time, pal. Have a great summer, all right?
Yeah.
Love yourselves. Yeah. All right, take care, buddy. SFC fans react, and I'm with. What's your name, pal?
Jack.
Jack.
Regan Carter.
Race Carter.
Right, lads, a brilliant season I thought for Sunderland, finishing 6th. We're close to getting to the Premier League in the playoffs, the 2-leg playoff, but look at we've given it all. I think them players deserve a lot of credit.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, I'm glad we didn't get up this season. Basically, we're not ready for the Premier League yet. But, what we've did this season, I had us settle for mid-table to get into the playoffs. I was a bit worried about getting us to Wembley and stuff, but we didn't really need it. I think we need to build on what we've done,
what we've got,
and what we've got, and hopefully we can build on a new squad, players that have left now, trying to get it together, and maybe a couple of seasons' time we can challenge for the playoff situation and get back in the Premier League.
What do you make of obviously the brand of football this season? I mean, a lot of Sunderland fans have said this is the best football they've seen in their lifetime.
It was great. I think with Diallo and Geldhart and Pritchard and Gooch, Jack Clark, I think, and Patterson, I think that all the lads worked well and they did well, but we haven't got them players anymore. At least two or three of them.
Yeah.
Michu's gone now, I think.
Michu, we didn't trigger the release clause, so he's gone back.
Yeah. Well,
Diallo's gone back.
Diallo's gone back. Geldhard's gone back. And I think we need what we've did with them lads, especially. We could do with some more quality next season. Yeah, like that.
Just add a bit more quality in your thing. When you think about it, we went a million miles away from the top two, were we?
No.
Sheffield United.
Look, at the end of the day, I think the club knew that the Sunderland fans, the majority of this, especially me as well, I says I'll settle for mid-table because we are not ready for the Premier League. You look at the teams that's coming down from the Premier League and who we're going to be up against. We weren't capable of with Dean Alright in the Championship. Great to be where we are. Let's build on that and let's see where we are next season. But I will give it another 2 seasons.
Another 2 seasons?
Aye, easy.
What do you make of this season, Paul, in a whole? Did you enjoy it?
Aye.
Aye.
I think we should make another 2 seasons and all.
Another 2 seasons in the Championship?
Aye.
Then go for it?
Aye.
But a lot of Sun fans are very impatient. Well, I mean, now we've finished 6th. I think next season the expectations will be you've got to finish top 6 again. Aye. Which comes at a pressure, more pressure, isn't it?
Aye.
Yeah. Who was your best player this season?
Jack Clark.
Jack Clark?
Jack Clark.
Who was yours, Paul?
Would that be Patty Roberts?
Patty Roberts, you enjoyed Patty Roberts?
Yeah.
His goal against Buffer was unreal, wasn't it?
Aye.
Yeah. I don't know if you'd heard, well, there's a lot of rumours going about Tony Mowbray. I mean, what's your feeling on Tony Mowbray? I think it's...
Listen, managers come and gone all the time. And what we need to do, like with every manager in any football club, is to build on a team, give the managers a chance as much as the footballers and the club.
Yeah.
You kind of get just because one manager does bad, it doesn't mean to say you've got to get rid of him. If he does all right and he does good, keep all of them. Just hang on for a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Give him the money to spend.
Yeah.
Let him build a team. Give him the chance. He's got quality. He's got
promotions as well.
Promotions.
Yeah, we got West Brom and Blackburn promotion. I think.
Yeah, but look, you come to a big club like Sunderland, you've got to give. You can't keep chopping and changing all the time.
He seems like he gets it as well. He seems like he gets it, doesn't he? Gets the area. He knows the area. Look, the supporters have got an affiliation with him now. Yeah.
Well, he's he's a bit of a local lad, but at the end of the day, look, you can't. Again, doesn't matter where you come from. You cannot say, look, because we didn't get in the playoffs. They knew. All the board and everybody else knew we're not ready. Listen to the fans. Some fans were looking forward to going to Wembley.
Yeah.
And I knew no way are we going to get to Wembley. If we get into the playoffs and we win the playoffs, we are coming straight back down.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, you see that though, but Rich, I mean, the recruitment. I mean, Speakman and Harvey. I think their recruitment is absolutely brilliant. It would have been they get 150 million Sky and everything goes up. I think would have been massive beneficial for us.
Yeah, but we spent our 10 years in the Premier League before.
Yeah.
And all the
fighting
money,
relegations
and stuff like that. When we finished 7th twice, we should have capitalised on that. And we didn't. We're fighting relegations all the time. I predict Sunderland were going down to back-to-back relegations, and I think I might have spoke to you before.
You did,
And I remember the Charlton game and this game and that game, the plastic trophy and all that.
Aye.
So we didn't need these many games.
Aye.
We need to build and build and build. It's not a money-generating thing. When you got somebody like Lewis Dreyfus coming in, and he's a young boy. He's been sent over there. He's getting experience. Massive club, 46,000 over there. The last game.
Full house, yeah.
Full house, and hey, they've got to look at that and say, look. How many times does Sunderland have to be fighting that? But I will say one thing. We get into the Premier League. You can forget about fighting for the Premier League title. It's no good. And Europe. Sunderland's never ever got it. Our glory days are gone now.
Do you think?
Aye, of course they are. Yes, definitely. Unless somebody changes the Premier League and back it into the Super League. The Premier Super League or something like that, and then you'll have the Premier League Championship, and then you can fight mock changes for like all divisions, and get these promotion teams making money by putting them into Europe and cup competitions and stuff like that. It's not just about the FA Cup. Sunderland's glory days are gone.
I think it's a bit. I mean, you look at the Brightons and the Brentfords. Brighton's in Europe next season, and we have a bigger club than Brighton. Come on, aren't we?
Bigger than a lot of teams in the Premier League.
As I'm saying, and they haven't spent much money. They've just got the recruitment is bang on.
Bigger,
isn't it?
Bigger.
The recruitment's bang on.
Look at Newcastle are there because of what they've spent, right?
Yeah, they're not admit that, but that's the truth.
Yeah,
they'll watch it because they're obsessed with us as well.
And Man City.
Yeah,
right. Man City have bought their trophies. Newcastle are trying to buy their trophies. What you need to do is build on the team and do it properly. Do it honestly, like the Liverpools and the Man U's.
They're massive clubs, aren't they? They're elite clubs. Newcastle, you cannot put Newcastle in the same bracket as Liverpool and Manchester United. They live in the fairyland, and I think they're as big as them.
Yeah, but put Sunderland in that category as well. Can we challenge them?
Yeah.
Nah. How many times have we Sunderland been to Wembley, League Cups and FA Cups, and challenge for this and that and the other? Mm-hmm. How many times have we been to Europe in the last decade? Never.
Well, as I'm saying, we haven't been to Europe for, Jesus, I can't, as long as I can remember. 73 was the last time we won the cup. But I honestly think if you get the recruitment in play, right recruitment in place, and you don't have to really spend money, because Brighton's proved that they're in the Europa League next season. Yeah. They finished sixth on the day, I'm sure.
You can spend billions and millions or whatever you want to do, like bringing the right team. You just need to build. We went down to League One, and that was embarrassing. I've seen that in the 1980s, when we went down to Division 3 and stuff, and I thought, I would never see this again. I hope I didn't. Mm-hmm. And when the Premier League started, I thought, well, suddenly this is what we are about. Mm-hmm. And then when we went down to League 1 again, I thought, no, this is a nightmare. Mm-hmm. And now we're having to do it all over again. It's going to take a long time.
It's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time, but obviously, we're as big a club as Newcastle, I think. Do you? But be honest, I think you think otherwise, don't you? You think no?
It's pride. Our pride. I'll always say that. We are better and bigger than Newcastle, but realistically, we're not. Look, we're better. They're passionate just as much as we are, and I hate them as much as I want to say that. And I will continue that for the rest of my life. And I've always had the passion for Sunderland and my boys. My boys playing football now, and I tell them how it was in the old days, and I'm hoping they get the experience as it was. These have experienced what I've experienced in the 1980s.
Yeah.
You know, when I went to Division 3,
Yeah.
these have experienced Sunderland gone down into like well, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
But we still had the passionate. The fans were still turning up.
Yeah.
But as far as like building on the team, it's going to take a long time. And if we want to be back with the glory, the big boys in the glory days,
Need some money, you think, in the club?
yeah, we need a big
And
improvement.
what's hardest now is the financial fair play rules. Is that's obviously a lot of people say that's protecting the big six, in a sense. You know, like so. But
That's why I think me and my other son, who's just joined the Royal Navy, actually, we came up with a plan. Whether it would work or not, you know, like I mentioned earlier on about this Premier Super League, you know, you'd have like 14 teams in a league. If 4 gets relegated, and you know, you've got teams, give other teams from different leagues to get promoted a chance at least to play in the Premier League or the Championship, whatever. And then you've got the Super League. Build around that, and then I don't know how that's going to happen, like, but as long as the Premier League's there, I think it's for the big boys, like.
yeah.
Sunderland's bigger than that, and but we've been proved that we can, you know, big clubs like Sunderland can be like, relegated and
That's proved.
down to like to the doldrums, you know, to the darkness, like. And I don't think it's right for Sunderland for us to be down there. And I think we need to give it up. I think a bigger improvement, a big rebuild, and then a couple of seasons, and then let's get back in the Premier League.
Do you not think that's what's happening now, though? I mean, obviously we're rebuilding at the moment, and I mean, it looks like, I mean, you know, Speakman and Stuart Harvey, the recruitment side, it seems good. And Dreyfus seems to have a bright head on his young shoulders. He seems.
The only thing I'm gutted about is the fact that we've got these loanees. Diallo, for me, he was a 70-minute player, but he scored some fantastic cracking goals.
He did.
Yeah.
Gonna miss him next season.
Yeah, they've got to miss a few players next season, you know. And watching them every game at home, you know, you can't. I wish we could keep hold of him. I wish we would keep him. But we've got to let them go. And that's what happens when you get people on loan. They've got to be released. They've gone back to the clubs, you know. But can we buy quality like that?
Well, we're going to have to use the market well and just maybe get some loan players from the Premier League, aren't we? We're not going to spend much because of the
I had a laugh with the boys this morning because we were talking about Bellingham. You know, Job Bellingham.
Job, he's brother.
I thought it was
Job Bellingham's brother.
Yeah, it is. But they went, oh, we're getting Bellingham. I went, yeah, we're getting
his brother, his younger brother.
His younger brother, the crap one, you know what I mean? His other.
Well, we didn't know yet.
Hey, listen, the guy. Listen, you know, his brother's gone further afield, he's a class player, and I'm hoping that his younger brother is going to come in and witness what Sunderland's about.
Yeah.
And his brother will tell him as well, I hope. Because his brother's only young, he's only 18, 19.
He's going to get Real Madrid for 100 million as well. But
yeah, but there'll be a connection there somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
They'll be contacting him with it, hopefully.
That's true.
Joby, does Sunderland need any players? There's a couple of lads from Real Madrid, you know what I mean? Yes, there might be, hopefully, fingers crossed, send some like quality lads out on loan and get us playing football again.
I always, you know, I know what you're saying, and you've said about it's going to be hard for clubs like Sunderland, but I just think you've got to try and be optimistic and try and think, look, we're a huge football club, and if we get things right, we've won the titles and that 6 times, and that was, you know, a long time ago. But like Everton,
we race played for them,
Yeah, I mean, we've won six league titles. Everton won 9, and Aston Villa's won title. These are big clubs, and I think we can get back there. And why can't we get back trying to challenge in the top 6?
But we will if things is done right. But competing against the Man Cities and the Newcastle lads and the Liverpools and the Arsenals and
Tommy Hard.
Them are all at the top now. Yeah. We can compete with the lads at the bottom and in the mid.
But not up there, you don't think?
Nah, not yet. Not for a long time. And it breaks me heart to say that. It really does, because, you know, I'm
passionate Sunderland fan.
Yeah,
no, you can. You are. You see, you've Rishi Carter, Sunderland legend.
Sunderland
legend. From Hendon.
Yeah, from Hendon, Rishi Stratton.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, fortunately, I got to meet his son. Rishi Carter down in Hull.
Yeah.
And because I was a painter and decorator, I went down to work down there, and I met him. I had the privilege of meeting the lad.
Yeah.
And we got on talking. We didn't know each other at the time. And you know, I didn't get to meet his dad, like, you know, but my dad did, and my family did, and we just talked about football and, you know, how things were. And them days, he wasn't really into football, to be quite honest with you. Like, he had a knowledge of it, but he knew the history of his dad, and and stuff. I'm more of a cricket player than a footballer. But it was you've just gone through the history books.
Yeah.
I wish we could bring them glory days back, and it's
We might one day, mate. We might.
well, our dreams come true.
Right, let's move on a little bit in there. Let's get these lads in there. Lads, your player of the season. I've already asked it. I don't know if I've already asked.
I'm going to say Dan Neil.
Dan Neil?
Probably Pritchard.
Pritchard?
Pritchard.
Yours?
Pritchard, Gooch. I think Gooch is great down that wing, you know, and and pick five of.
There's a few in there.
The Patterson.
Your best atmosphere at the Steaming Light this season. Your favourite game at the Steaming Light.
The playoffs.
The playoff for Luton game was brilliant, wasn't it? It was brilliant.
Playoffs.
The Luton one.
I've got to agree with the lads.
Cracking on it.
I agree with these.
It was cracking.
What a great atmosphere, brilliant atmosphere, good crack, just good football.
Where can we finish next season? Where do you think we'll finish next season?
Sunderland finish next season, I'll go for mid-table again.
Mid-table.
More or less what we've done now. Back off, not ready for the Premier League.
Yeah.
Don't want to be in the playoffs yet. Let's keep on building, get building, and I'll say mid-table.
More bit of steer as well. You want more bit of steer?
Look, it was coming down.
Huh? There's teams.
Aye, Mowbray, definitely.
Southampton, Leicester and Leeds, it looks like, doesn't it?
Everton.
I could be, imagine if it's Leeds in it.
Everton, you never know. But these clubs are coming down here, and they are going to lose some players like they are, you know. They're going to Ward Pros and all them's going to go, and you know, so
they're going to have loads of money into Southampton with the sale as well, and the parachute payments as well.
They're going to, all these clubs that's coming down, they're going to do Burnley. So can Sunderland compete against that?
Against who? Burnley?
No, against the teams that's coming down.
Oh well, I mean it's going to be hard.
We should be.
But they've got a massive disadvantage because of the parachute payments in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean they're going to have like there's 100 million they get parachute payment money.
The thing is, when everybody comes to the Stadium of Light, any team that comes to the Stadium of Light, they find it how difficult it is to play against Sunderland.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what team you put out.
Yeah.
It's the fans, mate. You know, they say that 46,000, 40,000, 40,000 screaming, panting, chanting. And they go, whoa, it's the Stadium of Light. Like the days at Roker Park, people thought it was mic'd up, you know what I mean? The noise and the full way down Roker in.
Yeah.
Great old days, and people going, wow. And Sunderland with the fans, third player, it's like, get out there, do it.
We've got to stay optimistic, aren't we? We've got to try.
Yeah. I'd say mid-table. It's a great season. Honestly, it really has. I've enjoyed the football. Unfortunately, we haven't got the players that were involved in that season. Let's see what we've got next season. People talk about Ross Stewart. Sorry about that, but he hasn't been involved in it.
34 games he's been missing this season.
Yeah,
34.
and it's sad.
Yeah.
Where's he going to be next season with us?
Yeah.
Somewhere else?
He might come back the same as well. He might not.
I think we need 3 strikers, 2 strikers at least. Some midfield and some.
Where do you think, Liam, mate, for next season you finish? Where do you think we'll finish?
Mid-table.
Mid-table.
I'm going to say we'll probably finish the same place we finished this season.
Nice. Top 6. You think we'll finish top 6 again?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be absolutely over the moon if we can.
Like me dad said, if we go up in the Premier League, we're just going to get straight back down because we're not ready.
Not ready?
But
Not
then
ready.
again, depends on who we get for players.
Yeah.
Depends on all the players we get now.
Yeah, that's true. It's the recruitment. We need to get the recruitment.
We need a few more forwards.
Forget the recruitment right. There's no reason why we can't finish in the top 6, top 2, I think.
Aye, know.
That'd be nice. It will be nice, but hopefully we'll see what we've got for the Premier League. We'll see what squad we've got. What the back, hopefully Mowbray will stay. You know what I mean? It didn't change the manager for God's sake.
Right.
Keep him there. He'll get us gone. He's had experience in that league and stuff. Let's see what we've got next season. Let's see the strength. Let's build on it. I don't think we're going to be quite ready until the following season, and that's me being honest. I would love us to be in the Premier League. Yeah. Christ almighty.
It'll be a big improvement, but
big improvement. But I think players like this little lad, he's 13 now. A couple of years' time, he's going to be 14, 15. He could be actually playing up front for Sunderland at the stadium.
Right, cheers for your time, lads. All right. Pleasure. Pleasure meeting, all right.
All right, my friend.
All right, pleasure. Cheers, lads. All right.
Well,
Liam is on SFC Fans React. Liam, a brilliant season for Sunderland. Ended in disappointment, but loads of optimism for next year.
Yeah, it's been a great season, as you said. Obviously, I think a lot of us would have just took surviving, even if it was one place above the relegation zone. But it's been a cracking season. Obviously, it's unfortunate that we didn't get to the last step. Being down there today, I woke up this morning. I was saying to her this morning, I wish I was there
last night.
Yeah, it would have been great. But it's still been a great season. And improve next season and see where it takes us.
Yeah, I mean, lots of great goals, great football being played. Young guys showing and never see a die attitude as well.
Yeah.
Tony Mowbray has done fantastic as well.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, obviously, you know, Alex Neil started at the start of the season last season.
Yeah.
Tony Mowbray came in. Myself, I wasn't sure about it because I was really happy how Alex Neil done. To be fair, but you know, Tony Mowbray had experience with Blackburn when the youth players.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's done really good with them. Obviously, Michu's went, you know, Diallo and stuff. But it seems like Bellingham. What do you think of that?
Joe Bellingham. He's, I think, well, Fabrizio Romano was a reliable journalist, and I think he's reported that Joe Bellingham's coming.
Yeah.
I think it's apparently 3 million. I don't know what he's like.
Yeah.
I've never seen much of him.
If
he's there half as good as his brother, and we'll be happy.
Exactly. I think I've seen him obviously the away leg and the away game down there, and then obviously at the stadium like a few weeks ago. But he looks promising, doesn't he? Obviously, he won't be as good as what Jude was when he's 17. But you know, there's signs there basically.
But on the Tony Mowbray, I've got to speak about because there's still a lot of uncertainty about the Sunderland fans of whether he's staying or not, and just still reports saying that Sunderland were still looking actively looking for a new manager, whether or not something's going to happen there. I mean, what's your feelings on that? If something was
I think if he was going to go, it would have happened by now. You know, obviously they've done a retained list, haven't they? As you said. So I think they would have made the decision by now to then prepare for the season.
My only thing on that is I don't think they're going to come out exactly and say, oh well, he's staying. They're not going to do that either.
No.
But I think Mowbray was coming to steady the ship. He's definitely more than steady the ship.
Yeah,
hasn't
he's
he?
definitely done that.
Top 6 finish.
Yeah.
The football has been unbelievable, but the home form.
Yeah,
I think
great.
If he was to be dismissed or if he was to say, look, thanks Tony, you've done a great job, we want to go in another direction. I think the home form would be the reason why.
I agree. Our away form's been exceptional this season.
Yeah.
But at home, it's I think was it 7 or 8 wins. If that.
At home, I think we're in form guide. I think we're the whole season. I think we're fifth from bottom.
Yeah, it's not good enough. Is it?
It's not good enough. It's not acceptable, is it? But
especially at home, it would be understandable if it's away because you're at opposition grounds. But at home, it should be a lot better. Definitely.
So I'm saying if we improved that home form as well this season, we could have been in the top 2, couldn't we?
Yeah, we
weren't a million miles away.
No, we weren't. How many points is 20?
69, I think. From automatics, I think. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but
20 or so. But
Ross Stewart out for the season. Corey Evans, Dan Ballard, Danny Batt, Alicia Gooch, Cirkin,
the list goes on, doesn't it?
You know what I mean?
But obviously all these players will be coming back. We're going to get new players in. Hopefully Bellingham. It's promising, isn't it?
Where would you strengthen in the summer? Where would you go?
Strikers.
Got to be strikers,
2,
hasn't it?
Definitely 2 strikers
at least. And that's if Roscoe signs a new contract too. Or would you see a 3 with? 2 with him.
2 with him, yeah. Definitely. I'd say a left back as well because if Cirkin goes, Alessi, it wasn't looking good. We had Hume and Gooch there at the end, didn't we?
Yeah.
So maybe another left back. I think
Niall Huggins can play that, but he's been up most of the season, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And I think a big centre mid.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know Ekwa's been really good, but
that's
another one, because if he gets injured, we're back to
back square one.
Lads, but maybe Bellingham. But
I've got a feeling with Michu not coming back though. Do you think maybe they're looking at it? Well, see Joe Bellingham if he comes in, and we've got many options in there now.
Yeah.
But it's still, you just see a physicality in the middle.
Exactly.
When I need another one. Joe Bellingham's on a young lad.
Yeah, there was many games where you've seen it was missing this season, and if that could be the difference, it really could.
What is your goal of the season?
For next season?
No, what was your goal?
Just to stay up.
No, like your best goal
best
you've
goal.
seen. Yeah.
Wigan away, probably Diallo.
He scored many, didn't he?
The last home game of the season as well.
Which one? The Roberts against Watford or the Luton one where he scored the free kick?
I think Pritchard slaved off and was it.
Best atmosphere at the stadium this season, or away if you've been to away games?
Wigan away was good.
Yeah.
Home. There's been a few, hasn't there? Yeah. Middlesbrough.
No, somebody else said that earlier on. And do you know what? It was the only games I missed that season. I was poorly. Yeah, I tried my best. I missed. I was gutted. But
I think even the game against Luton.
Yeah, that was incredible. When we got the equaliser and we got the second goal.
See, I sit in the south stand, so I can't really hear the away fans. But I was northeast.
Yeah.
And hearing the Luton fans were really good. They made the north stand thing as well, which was.
Do you think the away fans being there? I mean, they're going to be there next season. That's good. I think you should bring them down.
No, I think they should bring them down personally.
On the corners. Yeah. And the lower ball.
Even if it's in the northeast, northwest. You know, it doesn't have to be the south or southeast or southwest, but definitely bring them down.
Your opinions quickly on Stuart Donald? I didn't like to speak about him because fans detest him.
Obviously, I've seen your videos. I didn't hate him as much as yourself, but since Kirill's come in, it's been a lot better, and the signs there we've got promoted League One.
Speakman, the recruitment, Stuart Harvey.
Speakman's done a really good job. I must say that as well. Yeah. Obviously, the signings that he's brought in. And
good times to be a Sunderland fan.
Exactly.
Optimistic for next year. What do you think we're going to finish next season?
Top 6 again. Depending on our signings, maybe maybe second, but I think definitely top six.
We've got to hit top six, do you think?
Yeah, and maybe get them third or fourth places rather than the fifth or sixth, because as Luton's proved, finishing the third or fourth, you get the home leg, the second.
Yeah, and that can be huge contest.
It made a difference for them, didn't it?
Well, have a great summer, pal.
Cheers, mate.
Fantastic interview with that. Kev is on SFC Fans React. Kev, the season ended in disappointment for Sunderland, but we've got plenty of optimism for next season.
We are. It wasn't disappointing at all this season. I think they played really well.
No, I mean the playoff the way it ended, that we didn't get the Wembley.
The playoff, Luton were just aggressive, weren't they? Shocking.
A lot of people in the town centres have been interviewing this scene. They were very aggressive and dirty and things like that.
Yeah, it was just if that's how they like to play football, they can keep it.
Aye.
I mean, at least Sunderland play football. It's been great to watch.
Yeah.
Thankful for Tony Mowbray. I think he's had them playing great.
Yeah, a lot of people have mentioned Tony Mowbray, and I've got to bring it up again. It's still not confirmed that he's going to steer another club. The clubs are going to come out and see whether he's steering or not, but apparently Dreyfus has been in talks with many other managers in Europe. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, it's out wait and see. I mean, it's the way football is, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Well, it'd be very harsh, wouldn't it? It would be very harsh if we were to relieve Mowbray now of his duties when he's getting the sixth with all the injuries we've had as well.
Yeah, I mean, we lost the spine of the team.
Yeah.
And we were still one of the best sides in that league.
Absolutely. I mean, can you imagine if we kept all the players fit? Ross Stewart, Corey Evans, Dan Ballard, Danny Batt, Alicia, Serkin.
Yeah, I think we'd have given Burnley a good run for the money.
We did. Definitely. We did in that game at home. We win 2-0.
Both games, but I mean, actually over the league, over the season.
Aye.
I think we would have been up there with them. Honestly, I think we were as good as anybody in that league.
After playing football.
And I did feel like we would have getting to the playoff final. I thought we were better than Luton.
Why do you believe, if it's true, why do you believe that Dreyfus and Sartori and Speakman are looking at other managers? I'll say what I think. I think of the home form. Our home form was the fifth worst in the league. Our away form was the third or fourth best. So I think that's what's going to cost them, Mary. But it's harsh, still harsh.
You've just got to be thankful for small mercies for what we are.
Yeah.
We've done really well.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't got mega bucks to spend on like up the road's got, where they can just go and splash out 60 million on a football, and they think they're doing great to qualify for the Champions League. But I mean, it's been bought, hasn't it?
Well, the thing with that is, though, I don't really like talking about them, but the thing with Newcastle is they'll be obviously in the Champions League this season, and I firmly believe they won't be in there for another few years now. They'll get in there this season, and let them enjoy it, have the party time, but they'll not get back in for, you know what I mean, for a lot of time.
I'm sick of this we all laugh at Sunderland thing, but look where we've been, look where we are now. I think we've done really well.
Yeah, we have. I mean, what was your favourite moment in the season? Anyone? I mean, there's some great goals, but what was your favourite goal?
Some great goals. I mean, some excellent goals.
Wasn't there?
I mean, look when Ross Stewart come back, he's scoring every game. He got injured again.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, Diallo. It's sad to say Diallo. He's obviously going back to Manchester United. That's a bit of a disappointment.
But, I think he was excellent that lad.
Wasn't he?
He scored against Luton in the.
It's when they just a touch and then Pritchard. It was unreal.
We'll just have to wait and see what the coming season.
So you want Mowbray to steal? I think that's the unanimous. By the Sunderland fans, that everybody's unanimous that they want Mowbray to steer.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter who's manager. You still follow your team, wouldn't you?
Of course. Of course.
I just hope if he's there or if somebody else comes in, they can carry on all his good work.
Yeah. Who's been your player of the season, pal?
For me?
Yeah, many choices.
The whole squad's been brilliant. Yeah.
What would you rate the season out of 10?
9.
Yeah.
I think it was just had a little spell, didn't we, where we lost a few games?
We lost a little bit, but then we got it back, didn't we?
Got it back. I mean, the worst moment was probably the Stoke game.
Oh, God.
5-1. I mean, that was...
You're the first person to mention it, but I suppose you've got to mention it. It was one of the worst feelings ever I've had. Like, I mean, it was a bad day, wasn't it?
It was a bad day.
What do you think went wrong that day?
I think
apart from everything.
I think Alex Neil it's just a moment, wasn't it?
Aye.
Just went and done their normal things.
Yeah. They're not even a good side, though, are they really? But Alex Neil knows how to play them. He knows how to play probably better than Mowbray. Maybe
he knew where our weaknesses were because of where things were,
Yeah.
Well, let's wait next season, see what happens. I'm looking forward to next.
You look forward to next season. Where do you think we should be? The expectation should be for us to finish next season. Where do you think we should?
Top 6 again.
Top 6.
Top 6 and beyond. You know what I mean. I want to push things too far. That's the trouble. We expect too much. So this season was about, a lot of people say, consolidation. Yeah. Well, mid-table finish, but we've overachieved. But now we've overachieved, we need to try and capitalise on that and bring in the players required to the top 2. That's my belief. I thought we were going to do what Dennis Smith did when he got up.
Back-to-back promotions.
I did. Never mind.
But
We'll wait and see.
there's a lot of positives out that season, wasn't there?
There was something on my phone about that Richard Jeffers that you're on
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
He's bought out the rest of.
I was just about to come to that. It was breaking news this morning that Stuart Donald, he's obviously had 9% shares left in the club. Kirill Louis-Dreyfus has bought 64% now, and Juan Sotovi's got 36. So Stuart Donald's gone now. I'm hoping he was the one that was holding us back a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. You don't know. You don't know what the money is that they've got to put in each.
Yeah, well, he's got to put in a percentage, isn't he?
That's right, yeah.
And obviously he couldn't afford it. Gambling on the Premier League, wasn't
Maybe he was holding more back. We don't know.
Let's hope that's the case. But the recruitment's been brilliant, hasn't it? Christian Speakman and Stuart Harvey's been.
If they just back Mowbray in the January on a centre forward.
A lot of people have said that.
Because Sims obviously went back to Everton.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You never know.
But optimistic for next season. Cheers for your time, pal.
Hey, thanks very much.
Have a good summer, mate. Take care.
Enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you, pal. SFC fans react. The North East legend from Sunderland, Dave the Rave. Dave, and the season's finished. But
it was a good season and that, and we had chances and that, and singing that. So lad, singing that. So I hope we get some. We got Billington. We just signed him, and Billington and all that. Good player. I hope he does well for us and all of that.
Obviously, Dave went to the playoffs and interviewed you after the Luton game, and we played well that night. We did play really well, but unfortunately in the second leg, I think we just got out muscled and out fought, didn't we?
We switched off. It was the worst game I ever seen. That game, the Luton game, and then singing that, we should have played better than that. Like.
But Dave, look, overall the season, Sunderland finishing 6th. All of things considered, it's been a fantastic season.
And that's been kind of good. Like I said, I hope we get up next season, bounce back up next season.
Yeah.
You know, singing that. So
but
at least they've done well. They've done well this season.
We have done really well. I think all the injuries, Dave. I mean, Ross Stewart being out, Corey Evans, Dan Ballard, Danny Batts, Emmett, the list goes on. Gooch is out for certain.
They'll all be back. They'll all be back next season. So like, can we down singing that?
Yeah. Are you obviously Ross Stewart? Are you confident?
I'm missing Ross Stewart. Like I hope we get him back next season and all that. So we're singing that. So.
Ross Stewart's been missing for 32 games this season. Somebody told us that. I'm sure it was right about that. 32 games out of 46 he's missed, and we've still finished 6th.
That's incredible. Good season, huh?
Dave's correct is there 34.
34.
Clever. But, so 34 games he's missed altogether. That's
So let us hope we do well next season. So we get better players in and all that.
Yeah.
And, the man of the match is like Patrick Roberts.
Play the season.
Jason Roberts. Tony Mowbray's having a pint of cakes. Tony Mowbray's having a pint of Jaffa cake. Tony Mowbray's having a pint of Jaffa cake.
Speaking about Tony Mowbray, Dave, there's different rumours. I'm not trying to say this on that, but Fabrizio Romano said that someone had been looking at other managers during the summer. Now Sky Sports denied that, said that he was definitely staying, and now there seems to be nothing sort of. The club's not going to come and say, "Oh, he's staying," because there's a lot of people on Twitter saying, "Oh, well, they're not gonna, that's right," but. The rumours are not going away, and Fabrizio Romano is a very reliable journalist, and he keeps. He said that, so there must be some substance in the rumours.
You wouldn't just
Mowbray to stay.
They said it was Turkey was the one coming in, and they said that, and singing that. So I hope he stops. At least he's done a good job, and that.
So you want Tony Mowbray to stay? Look, I'm going to say this quickly. When he first come, I wasn't a fan. I'll be honest. I thought it would be a relegation battle, but he's done a fantastic job.
He's done the first season, done a good job in that first season.
I think he deserves to be there next season, doesn't he? But if he isn't there next season.
Get a good manager, strong manager, we'll get a better manager.
There's been a couple of young managers being linked from Portugal and things like that.
We're thinking of Turkish manager now.
Do you think it's risky, that, Dave?
We're thinking do better now.
You think we can get better managers than that?
Better managers than that now.
Yeah. Anyway, Dave, your player of the season, you said
Patrick Roberts.
Your best game of the season?
The best game? I think the Middlesbrough game, I think.
Middlesbrough, the 2-0 win at home. I missed that game. I was bad in bed. I was devastated. Was the atmosphere really good that day?
I was kind of good. I
was good. I missed that game, beating the Borough, because we haven't got a good record against Borough.
No, in the cup. Yeah. I'm disappointed we got beat. I want Luton to win Coventry. Did it? Because it always cheat Coventry, the dirty team.
So is that you want to win the player final?
The player final.
Later on today.
I want Luton to win.
I'm with you there. What was? I'm trying to think. What was your sign of the season?
Signing, that Man United was like that.
Oh, Diallo. I think he's going to be everybody's, isn't he? He's going to be everybody's, isn't he? But your favourite goal of the season, Dave?
The 30-yarder one. I forgot his name.
Was it Diallo with the long range? Was it? He scored that many worldies. It's hard.
The man was like that.
Aye. And obviously, Stuart Donald, as announced earlier on, Stuart Donald is
I'm glad he's gone.
He's gone now
because we get better players in now. So
do you think he was holding us back a little bit because he had 9%?
He was waiting. The chairman of the thing, he was waiting for his shares and he didn't give his shares and all that. So I wanted to go myself so we could get better players in and all that.
Yeah, it was obviously announced that Kirill Louis-Dreyfus has got 64%, Sartori's got 36%, so now he's totally gone. I'm hoping now that was what was holding us back a little bit. Yeah,
we get happy in that, so I'm glad he's gone. Like.
Get the recruitment right, Dave, in the summer, get the right players in, and where can Sunderland finish next season?
I was thinking the top two.
The top two? That's what you think we should be aiming for?
Top two, I was thinking to bounce back next season. Either top two or the playoffs again.
Right, Dave, always been a pleasure. It's been great. Have a great summer, Paul. Colin is on SFC Fans React. Great season for Sunderland, and obviously ended in a slight disappointment, I should say, just because we didn't get to the playoff final. But overall, it's been a fantastic year for Sunderland Football Club.
Hell of a season. I mean, we ended up in a better position than I thought we were going to end up at the beginning of the season.
Were you a little bit worried, were you?
Oh, aye. I mean, I would have been quite happy fifth off bottom or something like that.
Just staying up, aye.
Well, just stop up.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, they've done it without the centre forward. They've done it without any big fellas in the team.
Yeah. Physicality, yeah.
And I think in sort of the playoffs, we were bullied a little bit in the last game.
The second leg we were, weren't we? They
were brilliant because they're only little lads, you know.
And
but I think looking at it from my point of view, if we had went up, we would have struggled.
Do you think?
I think so.
Well, do you not think with the recruitment, Christian Speakman and Harvey, they would have had a lot more to do? They could have had a lot more money and they could have recruited United.
Well, that's if they would spend the money. And I mean, you've got to look at what players we could be losing at the end of the day. There's people interested in Patterson.
Yeah.
There's people interested in Clark.
Roberts.
We've lost Hazard. You know, we've got. So, I think a good season this season.
Yeah.
And then prepare for next season.
So you think one more good year and then the third year go for it?
We're up for it.
You think?
Right, if you can get the players.
I mean, I'm hoping this wasn't a missed opportunity because we were so close, let's be honest. We had lots of injuries down there. For Justin, maybe he's been a bit more ambitious in January. Do you think maybe he's
I think if we had to get in the centre forward straight away and a big lad in the middle because we lost Bath, you know what I mean? So a couple of good signings would have probably been the
difference
thing for us.
Yeah, I mean the top two wasn't a million miles away, was it really? Let's be honest.
I mean, you look at Middlesbrough, you know, the season they've had as well. You know, just unfortunate we couldn't have met them in the playoffs.
Oh, imagine that! Imagine us and Borough today down there would have been.
But I don't know what the score is down there today.
I know it kicks off at 5 o'clock, I think, doesn't it?
I won't be watching it like.
I don't know. I'm not fussed.
But no. We did very well. I mean, the position we ended up in.
Sixth position, brilliant.
I'll tell you what, we'll give some teams.
Next season, you think as well? If we can keep our players?
If we can keep the players.
Where do you think we need to concentrate? What areas do you think we need to focus on in the summer?
Well, I think what I would look at is forwards.
Yeah, centre forwards.
Why?
Yeah.
And, it would be great if we could get somebody like Jordan Henderson that's at the end of his Premiership career.
I think the wages will be a massive thing in there, but I think I'd love to see him come back one day. It'll be good, I'll be good.
Even as a coach, you know.
Exactly.
But no, good season overall.
What was your favourite goal of the season? There was many, wasn't there? What was your favourite goal?
Favourite one? Let's think. I think the last couple of games where he just went round a couple of players and then he hit it and it just went in the top corner, you know.
Yeah. Diallo he scored a lot of them worldies, didn't he?
Eh?
The red and goal where we scored from the back. That was saying Clark finished it off. It was outstanding.
Well, I mean, when we were playing from the back and we're moving the ball about quick, there was nobody could beat us.
That's why Luton just roughed us up in the first leg. They tried it,
and we got down. What was happening?
But then the second leg, they just got that goal early doors, didn't they?
Just bullies, aye.
And we didn't turn up on the night. We were pretty poor.
Young boys, I think they've done.
They learn by it when they're.
Nice starting here.
Aye, thanks for your time, pal. Cheers. As I say, fans reacting, I'm with. What's your name, pal?
Riley Thompson.
Niall Usher.
Stephen Usher's son. just being the funny, didn't you? That's if you can come on. Right, Steve, your dad's a top lad. Top YouTube channel as well, Jazzy and Steve. Anyway, just a review of this season. Yeah. Obviously, the season's finished now, but what did you make of the whole of the season? Anything disappointment, didn't it? But finishing 6th in our first season back in 4 years is great.
Yeah, it's great. It was really good. We're going to miss Ahmed Diallo, of course, but it was sad to see Stuart go. I think if we had Stuart, we could have won some more, maybe finished like 4th or 3rd, but overall it was like a really good season, so I'm happy.
Happy?
Yeah.
Happy, just sad to say Ahmad go, really. And if we had Stuart, we would have won a lot more games than we did.
We would have, wouldn't we? I mean, do you know he's missing? Ross Stewart was missing 34 games of the season.
Was he?
34 games of the season. That's scary, isn't it? You imagine if he was playing them 34 games.
I know.
Could we have hit top 2?
I reckon.
Could be in the Prem right now.
I'm surprised we got all the way where we did, to be fair. I was expecting us to stay, like probably get back promoted to League One, but we nearly got promoted to the Prem, to be fair. So I'm happy. There's
a lot of room for optimism for next season, isn't there? I don't know if you've heard, lads, right? But Stuart Donald this morning has obviously departed Sunderland. Kirill Louis-Dreyfus has got 64%, and Juan Sotovi's got 36 now. So Stuart Donald's gone; he's out the door. His 9% shares, he sold them. Are you happy about that?
Oh, I'm happy. I don't really like him there.
Same, happy.
Happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your player of the seasons, lads? You first.
Probably Ahmad Diallo any day of the week.
I'd say Jack Clark, because like in League One he was good, but then we came to the Championship and he's been a lot better. Like he's been moving into space, like skilling, or scoring goals, making assists. Like that game
has been good.
Yeah, like that game against Rotherham when he got 2 assists and a goal.
Yeah,
that was class.
Good shout. Like you see, Jack Clark's had a good season. There's been loads of them, hasn't there? Let's be honest, Danny Batter's been amazing at the bat, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But what was your favourite goal of the season?
Probably Ahmad's free kick.
Which one? The one in the playoffs again? That was on. Jalzy's view of Jalzy was behind the goal when the angle was class, wasn't it? Great view of the goal. What was yours?
Patrick, same as him, Ahmad's goal, like free kick. But then Patrick Roberts had a good goal. I can't remember who it was against. When he's cut inside the box and just chipped the keeper and went top left corner.
Oh, that was against Watford again. The 97th minute, wasn't it? Is that what you're on about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the one against Wigan when he was like 10 metres off the halfway line and he just struck it and it went inside.
And also the Reading goal as well. The one we scored from the back. That was great, wasn't it?
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was like watching Barcelona.
What's your thoughts on Tony Mowbray? I mean, there's still rumours that, just rumours. I don't know how true it is, but that's something they're looking at new managers. Do you think it's harsh on Tony Mowbray
Well, rumours are rumours, but I don't want Tony Mowbray to go. Like, he's got us like 6th place. Like, no one was expecting Sunderland to be like
exactly
6.
This guy speaks
like,
a lot of sense.
Playoffs.
Stephen Usher's son.
Like, yeah, I don't want him to go, mate. He's class.
We played some great football. It'd be very harsh, and I wasn't a fan of him when he came in. It would be harsh if the change that. I mean, it would definitely would be harsh, wouldn't it?
I didn't think he was that good when we didn't win a lot of games in a row. But then when we started to get to know the team, it was better.
Yeah. Obviously, it's a bit of a break now from the football. But if we can bring in a few players, where do you think we can finish next season?
I think top 6 again, if not get promoted hopefully.
Top 6 next season, yeah. It's going to be hard, though, isn't it? You've got possibly Leeds to come down, Leicester and Southampton. It's going to be hard. 3 teams coming down.
It's going to be a lot harder, but we've got a good team. Like Isaac Lahaji, he was nominated for a Golden Boy, but we haven't played him
It could be his time to shine next season.
Yeah.
Pierre Ekwa as well. He showed glimpses of class, didn't he?
Edward Mitchell's gone.
Who?
Patterson.
Yeah.
He's saved us a lot.
Do you think there could be a possibility that we could sell some players this summer? It's going to be hard. I mean, they've impressed some of our players like Roberts and Clark. Diallo goes back to Man United. I mean, could some of our players be sold in the summer?
Jack Clark probably he's got Premier League clubs after him, but
let's hope we can keep him though.
Yeah, Jack Clark's class.
Patrick Roberts, I want to keep him. I want to keep Clark. Clark's just good, isn't he?
Your best atmosphere at the Steamer this season? I don't know if you've been to many away games, but
probably
last game of season.
The Luton one in the playoffs. It's mine as well.
I'd see when we could secure playoffs.
Oh, did you go to the Preston game, like?
No, but I watched it.
Oh,
It was good.
it was great down Preston,
and
like.
the stadium and like Watford was good as well.
The Watford.
Like, all the way around.
The 2-2, the last minute goal, aye.
But I didn't like about that was a massive gap. Like, we could have at least brought it around a bit.
Yeah, so anyway, next season, lads, where do you think Sunderland will finish? I'll ask you first.
Top 6.
Top 6. And you think anything, if we finish mid-table or outside the top 6, it's not a success, or not?
No, not really.
No, it'll be classed as a...
Well, I mean, it's better than relegation.
Yeah, but...
As long as we're far from relegation,
You need to try and keep well away from that, don't we?
Yeah.
So top 6 for you?
To be honest, above halfway points is success for me. But I'd like us to go like up, so like playoffs.
Top 6 playoffs again.
Yeah.
Do you think we can get top 2?
I think we could,
Do you think we could?
We've
Get the right players in.
Jude Bellingham is
He's probably coming high.
Yeah.
We need a couple of strikers, don't we?
Yeah. We need backup ones.
Aye.
We need some height.
Need some physicality, don't we?
Yeah.
Need some strength in there.
It's like a full team with me.
Yeah. Sunderland will die, aren't we?
Yeah.
How are the lads?
How are the lads?
Okay, cheers, lad. Yeah. Take care. Aye. Walter Claydon is from Shilton in County Durham.
Yeah.
Brilliant season from Sunderland, finishing 6th.
Fantastic. What Tony Mowbray has done, unbelievable, really. And the injuries we had.
Yeah.
Captain.
Corey Evans, Ross
Stewart.
Dan Ballard.
Danny
Batt.
Danny
Alicia Cirkin, Gooch. Embleton.
Yeah, half the team was missing. And them kids did really well.
Yeah.
But I just hope they keep Tony Mowbray.
Yeah, well, look, it's been I've got to talk about it because there's a lot of Sunderland fans uncertain about his future and thinking what's going on. The club's not going to come out and say this or that.
No.
They're not going to, because and the D's, he's got a 2-year deal.
That's
right. There's still whispers is going on. It's making you wonder.
It came at a bad time, really, as well, just before the playoffs, didn't it?
Aye.
The rumours.
I know, that's well, Fabrizio, and if you're on social media, Fabrizio Romano, he's a journalist, he's got 15 million followers, he's very reliable. And when he says something, you listen.
Yes.
None of Sunderland fans don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
But it's
That's right.
He has getting things wrong, it's very rare, but he has. But it's, for the Sunderland fans who love Mowbray, but for the Sunderland fans who, obsessed with him, and let's hope he stays.
I just thought we should have been down there this Saturday, like today.
And it would have been a playoff final today, wouldn't it?
It was heartbreaking.
But
yeah.
I can't believe you. But, I mean, it did end in a disappointment. I mean, we won the first leg down at Luton.
Yes.
And I honestly thought, with our away form, I thought we'll go down there and we'll beat them because we'll play in our hands. But I was saying to the lads, if we concede in the first 15 minutes, that crowd, even though it's only 10,000, they'll get a lift, the players did. And I think what it come down to in the end, I don't know what you think, it just outmuscled us and our physicality just...
Lack of height in the defence. But mind, they were a dirty team.
They were dirty, but they played the strength and the hoofballs in,
yes,
and we couldn't control it, we couldn't handle it. It could have been about 4-5-0 at half time, couldn't it?
No.
We were very lucky, but we stayed in the game, but
I think if we'd got to Wembley, it would have been a different story because you've got more field, more, more passing to do on the Wembley team. Never mind. My favourite player of all time, Jim Baxter.
Jim Baxter?
Oh, he was marvellous.
Aye.
Marvellous.
What decade was that in?
60s.
The 60s, yeah?
Aye. Yeah. Oh, he's great.
Great player.
Charlie Hurley.
So these are obviously be a former time, but obviously Richard Carter, Charlie Hurley, Jimmy Montgomery, Bobby Kerr. Yeah. Some legends, aren't there,
all them,
the past.
Nick Sharkey, he was a good little player.
Yeah.
But Jim Baxter, I was at Roker Park one day.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about him, yeah.
Monty was in goal and he kicked the ball out and I heard Baxter shout at him. So next time you get the ball, just roll it to me and I'll pinpoint which footballer and right to the legs it was. All the time to the feet. Hell of a footballer.
Hell of a footballer. If you could compare him to a player in nowadays, Jim Baxter, who would you compare him to? Or was there nobody like him?
There's nobody like him, really.
My granddad says Len Shackleton was unbelievable.
Oh, yes, the older ones, yeah. But I mean, I saw George Best at Man United, but I still think Jim Baxter was some footballer.
So could you not compare him to a sort of player of now generations that we could sort of symbolise him to?
Well, I don't know because they're too athletic now.
They're built different, aren't they?
So much.
But who was your favourite player this season, pal?
Well, I think it was either between Roberts or Jack Clark, them two.
Yeah.
Oh, Pato.
No, the first person who hasn't said mentioned Diallo in one of his favourite players. He was unreal as well, wasn't he?
He scored some unreal goals, but he was in and out the game.
Yeah.
You know, but when he got the ball, them goals he scored was unbelievable.
Although he's a phenomenal player, isn't he?
I think throughout the season that'd be Jack Clark or Roberts.
Yeah. Oh, good shout. I mean, Jack Clark's been brilliant. I think he went a bit quiet though. Just at the last few games of the season, Jack Clark.
Yeah.
I don't know if other teams starting to figure him out or doubling up on him, and he was getting frustrated. You could see that, and I think he was playing a little bit more of the wing back role, where he doesn't really like that. He likes to get forward, doesn't he?
Yeah,
it's
that's
just the other side of the game where he needs to work, and I think. Do you know what I mean?
When I'm plays, Pato's been called up like.
He's the under 21s,
We don't want to lose him, do we?
Well, we don't, but you know, he's had a good season, I think, but he's still got a lot to learn, though. I think he's still got a lot to learn, Patterson.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot to learn, but he's still developing, but he can get better.
He's still a young lad, still young.
Can we keep our best players? Can we keep our best players like your Clarks and
I hope so.
And
but,
Roberts, Pattersons? We need to try and keep them, don't we?
I hope so. I think we will. I think he's really dedicated, but you don't know, do you?
Yeah.
It's all about
money. Of course it is.
Yeah,
and we obviously recorded a loss in the last financial year of 5-point-something million.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm not sure what we've had to play with this season, but the money within the championship will have been revenue will have doubled, the season ticket sales and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we've got a bit of money in the summer. To work with.
Okay then.
Thanks for your time, Paul.
Thanks.
Thanks for your time.
I've seen you on the YouTube on the outside the ground.
I'm always at the summer game, home games. Just some of the away games. I'll try and get more next season. But all right, thanks for your time, Paul. Much appreciated. Chris is on SFC Fans React in the town centre. Chris, the season's over, but a great season for Sunderland Football Club.
Oh yeah, 100%. To be honest with you, I'm just happy we survived the championship, and not only survived, but survived in the top half and only skinned the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, not many people have predicted that we'll finish sixth. I mean, I did. You can check back, I did, but that was early doors when we had Alex Neil as manager. When Tony Mowbray came in, I was a bit worried, but Tony Mowbray's done an unbelievable job.
Tony Mowbray has done an excellent job. He's done better than I expected. I thought we'd be at least mid-table or bottom half, but top table in the playoffs, didn't make it, but I'm still happy. Roll on next season.
A lot of positives in the season. Who's your player of the season?
That's a tough one, but Stuart Ross, he's done the Loch Ness Drogba. He's been amazing. Been a bit injury prone.
Yeah, but he's been missing most of the season. He missed 32 games.
True, but he's done his bit.
He had played well, but he's been missing a lot of the season, hasn't he?
Yeah, sadly, he was injury prone, but he did a good play.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
Yeah, and do you want Mowbray to stay?
Honestly, I've got no idea. I mean, I would like him to stay, but whether he can push us to the Premiership, and if we do go in the Premiership next season and we survive, I don't know.
Yeah. Stuart Donald's gone. I don't know if you heard that news. Stuart Donald, his 9% shares is gone. He's gone from the football club. That's great news, isn't it?
Yeah. Fantastic. I'm over the moon with that.
You over the moon?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. How many players will we need for next season, do you think?
Oh, I have no idea, to be honest with you.
4 or 5, would you say?
Probably, yeah, but we need to see who we're getting rid of and who we're buying and see how much money we've got.
That's the worry as well, isn't it? I mean, as Jack Clark, Roberts, Diallo's going back to mine. There's going to be a few players that's going to be attracted interest from other clubs, and that's a worry. We might end up selling a couple. Do you think?
True, but I heard we're getting Joe Bellingham, so he might do well.
If this report is true, he's coming in. So, but we need some strikers.
Fingers crossed, Joe Bellingham and someone else will come in.
Yeah. And what's your aspirations for next season?
Aspirations for next season? Well, I think, you know what it is? I think we can win the league next season.
Yeah.
I think it'll be us and possibly Norwich next season who wins it.
Norwich?
But who knows? Who knows?
What about the teams coming down? Southampton, and you would imagine Leicester and Leeds. That's still not confirmed till Sunday.
Yeah. Okay, maybe Sunderland and Southampton will win it, but who knows? And Norwich to win the playoffs? I don't know. We just need to see who people buy, so.
But positive vibes into the summer.
Oh, yes.
Right, thanks for your time, pal.
Look after yourself.
Right, take care. Jonna is on SFC Fans React. Jonna, a great season for Sunderland, 6th place. It ended in a bit disappointing with the playoffs, but much more positives than negatives.
Yeah,
I mean, going into the next
100%.
season, a brilliant season.
Tremendous. Yeah, couldn't ask for much more, to be honest. Coming from League One up the Championship, then getting into playoffs.
Yeah.
And done well, to
Yeah.
be honest.
They were done. I mean, considering all the injuries as well.
Yeah.
Ross Stewart,
Ross Stewart,
out for 32, 34 games of the season.
Literally.
Corey Evans, our captain, main leader.
Yeah.
Danny Butt, Alicia Certain, Gooch, Ballard,
Yeah,
Emmett
literally.
out for the season. Phenomenal.
Unlucky, to be honest. With Ross Stewart, I think it would have been a different story if he had Ross Stewart and Danny Ballard and
Yeah, just a bit of physical presence at the back. Yeah,
and a bit more firepower up front.
Yeah.
With Gelhard.
I imagine if you went down to Preston or if you were watching,
No, I
but
don't go
the scenes down there was unforgettable. When we secured the 6th place on the last day, it was great.
I could imagine.
It was great. And I did feel at that point there was so much special building. I thought we could do it this season, but we didn't. And I think all Sunderland fans are not too bothered about it.
No.
I've taught hundreds of them, and they said that look, we've had a great season. We played some fantastic football. At times.
We did. I think another season in the Championship would do us good. Then trying to get automatic promotion
next season.
Yeah.
Is that what you think the goal is next season?
Yeah, I
the
think
top 2
with our main players.
You've got to think the team's coming down. I mean, still not confirmed yet. It's obviously Southampton confirmed, but Leicester, I would imagine, and Leeds. That's what I think will go down. Could be who's the other one? It could be Everton. Everton could get, but I think they'll stay up. But them teams coming down, they're going to have a massive advantage over Sunderland of the parachute payment money.
Yeah,
that's just
true. But I think that gives us a bit more transfer opportunity.
Yeah.
With the Premier League players.
Yeah.
Likes of Ward Prowse.
Yeah.
Chi Adams.
Yeah, but they're going to get sold, aren't they?
Yeah.
In the summer, aren't they? I mean, our recruitment as well. Speakman and Stuart Harvey. The recruitment's been brilliant. Diallo this season coming in. It was a gem, wasn't he? He was a gem.
We need to keep him.
No, he's going back, isn't he?
I know.
It's a shame he's going back, but I think he put a tweet out. He loves the Southern fans.
Yeah.
I think we might have about 3 or 4 different songs of him during the season. Some of the goals he scored.
Literally, that free kick.
Which one there in the playoffs against Luton?
Playoffs, yes.
That was just one of them, wasn't it?
That was just.
He's just scoring worldies every week, wasn't he?
It's like it was like a training practice for him.
Aye, but it's sad that he's went. But look, we've got to hope that Speakman can bring another gem in the summer, isn't he? Unless we've already got that at Sunderland, the Lee Hadji. He could be. Could be. I mean, could be next season. Could be time to shine. PR Ekwa as well.
He's a good one.
How many players do you think we need for next season?
I think a couple more in midfield and a couple more centre backs.
Couple more in midfield, but we've got Dan Neil, we've got Corey Evans, we've got PR Ekwa, haven't we?
Yeah.
And then we've got O'Neill play the Emilton coming back. And that Joe Bynum as well. I think he's coming. Hasn't been confirmed, but looks like he's coming as well.
We need to get him.
Do you think we need to get him? He's 17. I mean, I've never really seen loads of him. People will be thinking he's like his brother. Let's hope he is.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
So where do you think Sunderland finish next season?
I think if they don't get automatics or second, I think top 5.
So top 6 really.
Yeah.
If you get top 6, you'll be happy again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And if we're hitting mid-table, it'll not be a good season really, no.
No, I think.
And you want Tony Moore there as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep him.
Ross Stewart sign new deal.
100%.
He's got to sign new deal, hasn't he?
He has to. We need him.
Already. But if he doesn't, I'm sure they'll get. I think we need 3 strikers, 2 permanent and a loan deal. Yeah. But happy vibes, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers for your time, pal.
Cheers.
Have a good summer.
You
Take
too.
care. Johnny is on SAFC Fans React. Johnny, lovely day in Sunderland. Obviously a brilliant season for Sunderland as well. Obviously just fell short at the last hurdle, but plenty positives to take out of that year at the season.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Jack Clark and them have been outstanding all season.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
Patrick Roberts, honestly, you can't fault him. Compared to the season before, and Jack Clark's come on leaps and bounds.
I put the mic up now.
And Jack Clark's come on leaps and bounds.
Aye, Jack Clark's been brilliant, hasn't he? I mean, I think Roberts, Clark, Diallo, there's been loads of standout, wasn't there? I mean, considering the injuries we've had as well, can you imagine if we kept all the players, we could have hit the top 2, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you look at them once Stewart got injured, I thought that was it.
Aye.
But to push on where they did, That's
Yeah.
outstanding.
I did sort of worry, like I must admit, mate, when Roscoe was ruled out for the season, and we used Corby Evans, Dan Ballard, all these players, Danny Batt, and we lost all these players, and we're still just kept on defying the odds, didn't we? And just to get to the players finishing 6th down, that press in the last day of the season was unforgettable. Like, it was brilliant.
I've seen you on now.
Down there, aye. It was a great day. I just thought that day it was singing in the rain down there. I thought that day there was summer building. You know, I think we could do it this year, but we were so close. It was just a second leg we've been brilliant away from home, haven't we? Yeah. And I thought the 2-1 advantage is massive, but I think they were just physical, weren't they?
Too big and physical.
Aye.
They bombarded us.
They played the strengths. They got corners and they were hoofing them in all the time, and they said get the corners in, get crosses in, and that's where they get them, and that's where they got us.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I mean? But plenty of positives.
Yep.
What was your goal of the season?
It's got to be Giallo on it.
Which one? Because he scored the one
outside the box
against Luton in the first leg.
The Redden one was excellent.
Oh, that was Jack Clark when he scored that.
Redden did he curled it outside the box.
Oh, aye. There's that many unfair, isn't there? There's loads, isn't there? There's loads of different ones, but
Clark was the one there, the first Redden.
Yeah.
When he come up, the whole team.
Yeah.
That was an excellent.
I don't know if you heard, but there was breaking news this morning. Stuart Donald,
Oh,
Stuart Donald's percentage, he's lost his stake now. He's sold it on. Kirill Lewis has got 64. And Sartori's got 36, so Donald is gone from the club. That's got to be positive news.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
What he's done, he's ripped the heck out of the club anyways.
Yeah.
Seeing it.
Yeah.
We've got two in charge now and know what they're doing.
Aye. And are you confident with these guys like Louis Dreyfus and Speakman, Harvey and Sartori? You think these are the...
Speakman's, all his transfers speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Not one bad.
He hasn't had a bad one, really, I don't think. He might have had one or two, but it's like 90% of them's been spot on, aren't they, really?
Every single one of them's going to be profit for the club. One down the line.
What would you rate Sullen's season out of 10?
8.5.
8.5. And Tony Mowbray, it's been rumours about him. Do you want him to stay?
I want him to stay. His football is phenomenal, the style of football he's got in playing.
Yeah.
We've been craving for that at the Stadium of Life for a long time.
Do you trust though if the board are looking other way to bring on the manager, they maybe think, he might not be the man to get that top 2? Do you trust him if that's the case?
Aye.
Yeah.
He'll be kicking the nuts if they don't get him.
Aye. So you think that Tony Mowbray keep him and he can deliver promotion next season? Yeah. So that's where do you think Sultan finish next season?
Top 2.
Top 2. Yeah. Positive vibes. Right, cheers for your time, pal.
Right,
take care. Have a good summer, all right?